Hello, football fans, and welcome to another broadcast of Gryphon football here on the Gryphon Broadcasting Network. I'm Grant Optikin here with fill-in Nick May. Nick, how are you doing?
Doing good tonight, Grant. How are you doing?
I'm great. It's a humid night out here in Jackson, Tennessee. We're 6 minutes till kickoff. Getting ready for this game against the Jackson Christian Eagles. Nick, St. George is coming off a big win against ECS last week. Tell us about that.
Well, last week was a really hyped-up game. I mean, we were all fired up. ECS was, we were. Then we came out. They got on us in the first half, but we were able to pull it out in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really emotional game for St. George's, and it was really a game they had circled on their schedule the entire year. Jackson Christian's coming off a loss to South Gibson 56-23, and in week one they beat Trinity Christian 55-42. In both high-scoring affairs, their defense has struggled so far, giving up almost 70 points on the year. Oh, no, 90 points on the year. My apologies. But really, their defense is the weak point of their team. They run the flex bone out here in Jackson, so they're going to run the ball a lot. And it's not going to be too much different than what you saw last year in the 12-0 shutout by the Gryphons. They don't have Dre Bowles anymore, so really not a big target to pass to, so expect a whole lot of runs. Nick, tell us about the Gryphon defense.
Gryphon defense, it has been the spotlight this whole year. I mean, they've been carrying us. Offense, they struggle at times. They have their moments, but it's the defense, getting to the quarterback. It's great coverage, getting the running backs. If they work well together today and limit them in points, this should be a pretty good victory.
Yeah, really anchored by Shea Adelaide and Dylan Young on the defensive line, and then Alec Feinstow and Chandler Lloyd, our linebackers. The defense is really the heart of the team. They're going to look to really get in the backfield and disrupt their quarterback, William Welsh. And Welsh has averaged 200 yards a game, and he's 14 for 23 on the season. So he really hadn't thrown the ball a whole lot. He does have 3 touchdowns and 1 interception on the year. But like I said, they run the ball a whole lot. Their leading rusher is Johnny Williams, number 23. He's run for 164 yards on the year, and he averages 82 a game. So look for him in the rushing game for JCS. He's going to be the main point of their offense. Nick, what have you heard about this game so far from the Gryphon football team?
Well, they're excited. I mean, they're pretty fired up. They got the momentum coming after that big ECS win. They know what task is ahead. I mean, they got a high-scoring team against them and great rushing team, so they'll look for them to try to stop the run and just not focus on the pass nearly as much. But I expect a pretty good game. Yeah,
I mean, just one last player to look for at JCS, Colby Myers, who leads their team in tackles. He's really the anchor of their defense on the defensive line, and we expect to be just a shootout of this game. The JCS defense hasn't really proven themselves. They're going to look to prove themselves tonight as the captains come on the field. And the St. George offense, who only scored 10 points last week against ECS, is going to try to show what they can do. So with 3 minutes left to kick off, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. This is the Gryphon Broadcasting Network.
International Big Mega Radio Smasher.
Oh, I had the time of my life, and I never felt this way before. And I swear this is true, and I owe it all to you.
Dirty bit. Dirty bit.
that, and it's going to be a halfback pass. He's going back to Brown. Brown's open in the end zone. Touchdown, Gryphons! Touchdown, Gryphons!
And here we go. We're about to kick off. JCS won the toss, and they have elect to receive. So Henry Cowan's out on the field with the special teams unit ready to start this game. It's a humid one out here in Jackson, Tennessee. It's about 80% humidity as Hurricane Isaac's coming in. So I know the first game of the season there was a lot of cramps due to humidity, so I would not be surprised if we saw more of the same tonight. And here we go. Henry boots into the end zone, and it's a muff kick. There's going to be a touchback, and JCS is going to take over from the 20. JCS has two wide. Welsh drops back, and it's a deep pass up the sideline, and he misses his mark. Great defense there by Parker Fawcett, forcing Corey Cantrell inside, and really forcing a bad pass there by Welsh.
Probably trying to catch us off guard. I mean, they're a run-first team. First play of the game, you expect them to run, but they tried a little lob pass, and fortunately for us, the pass just wasn't on target.
Two out to the right here in this flex bone formation. Motion.
Seems to be a little bit of confusion at the line. Changing something up maybe. Just a few runs, or a few yards on the quarterback keeper right there, but nothing hurting too bad. So we got 3rd and 5 on the 25-yard line. Be interesting to see if JCS is going to elect to run or pass in this situation.
Two out left for the Eagles in this flex bone. Motion by number 23. Welsh just hands it off, and that's stuffed. A group of Gryphons there on the line.
Looks like Shea Adelaide might have gotten the second hit to put the running back down, but they weren't getting anywhere at the beginning from there. Fourth and 5.
Miles Humphreys is back to punt it away to Matt Thompson. And Matt's really done well in the punt return game so far this year. It's a low punt, and it's just going to bounce out of bounds around the 40-yard line. So that's where this Gryphon offense is going to start their day with 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter. And Nick, last game, Dean was a little flustered. He had a great first week, but pressure really seemed to get to him last week.
We had a tough opponent at ECS, but Dean, he had some strides, and we'll just see how he ends up right here.
So the Gryphons are going to have 4 wide to start off the day, with Chandler Loy as the lone back, Dean Brown in the shotgun. And it's going to be a read play, and Dean Brown is just stuffed.
JCS defense looked like they were all over that one. They were not fooled, and they put Dean to the ground.
Yeah, so right there, that's just a read option by Dean, and he elected not to give it to Chandler, which the play was up the middle both ways, and JCS saw it coming.
Just lost 1 yard on the play, too.
Same formation. Counter to the right, and that is stuffed by a host of Eagles.
Seems like JCS really read their scouting report. They're focusing on the run game, and I mean, this may open up some good opportunities for Dean later in the game, but we really need that run game to be established to be able to pass better too.
This time, 2 out on both the left and the right. Chandler was shaded to the right side, and motion by Matt Thompson. It's going to be a pass. Dean's just going to dump it off to Chandler, and he's got Green. He's going to pick up a first down, huge play. It's a gain of 15 yards by Chandler Loy on the halfback screen.
That's a great little screen pass, just get us started. Defense was caught off guard. We got a good block up front. I think it was Bailey Popek, but it's gaining some yards on that difficult 3rd and 12.
4 out wide. And it's going to be a screen to Davis Selberg, who picks up 8 on the play. It's a nice first down pickup. And that play right there was just a double screen. Henry Cowan was also running the screen route, and Dean had the option of passing it either way. And a great run after catch there by Davis.
Seems like we're going to try to maybe focus a lot on the short passes, try to get some yards after the catch in this game. But it's looking good so far.
It's going to be a handoff up the middle. A little bit of a fake there by Dean Brown. And Chandler Loy, who ran really well last week, picks up a huge chunk of yards. And that's going to be another first down for the St. George's Gryphons.
Yeah, that's really where Chandler excels. He likes going just straight through the middle, getting some nice blocks, and using his explosiveness and power to just get some good yardage right there.
He's really a downfield runner. Not really shifty, but once he gets ahead of steam, watch out.
Dylan Young now in the game for Chandler. Good little pass right to Parker Fawcett. It gets inside the red zone.
And great play there by Parker. Really almost a broken play. He ran into the block by Matt Thompson on the screen there, and he picks up about 12 and gets us into 1st and goal.
About at the 3-yard line right now. Parker broke a couple tackles to get there. Good little run after the catch.
So 1st and goal from the 3. Dylan Young is in the backfield with 3 out to the right. And they're just going to give it to Dylan. Or that's actually a fake, and Dean Brown's just going to scamper to the end zone. That's a touchdown, Gryphons.
We made that drive look pretty easy. I mean, we know their defense is not stellar, so they got us at the first 2 plays, but after that, it was all Gryphons. Great for an easy 6. And we know the Gryphons like to do a little trickery on the PAT. So we have one man to the right, center with Matt Thompson behind, and everybody else is to the left. Let's see how they read this.
Yeah, they take this out of the Oregon playbook. They have this this interesting PAT formation. They can run a fake out of this, and or they can just shift, and Henry Cowan can boot it through.
decided to toss it to Henry in the back, but JCS had none of that, and they stopped that one easily.
And that was just a result of a poor snap there. Matt Thompson had to flinch there to handle the snap, and it was just going to be a pitch to Henry, and it's really a slow developing play that JCS snuffed out. So St. George's is going to take the 6-0 lead, and they're going to turn the ball back over to JCS with 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first quarter. Johnny Williams is deep for the Eagles, number 23. And Henry Cowan, who made the paper last week for his kicking efforts, made a miraculous punting play on a bad snap where he had to run all the way to the goal line and basically saved the game for the Gryphons against ECS. He's just really embraced the role as a kicking specialist, but he's starting to play a little offense too.
Yeah, Henry, he has improved tremendously from last year to this year. He's no longer nervous, and he's knocking down kicks, and he's just doing a great job for us.
And he's going to boot it all the way to the goal line again here. And Johnny Williams is going to muff it again, and it's going to be a touchback JCS. So 2 straight kickoffs that Henry Cowan gets good foot on and sends it into the end zone. And he reminds me a little bit of Forbes Harris, the Griffin great in the kicking game, who had a career at Arkansas. And Henry Rose really made a name for himself here at St. George's as the kicker.
Yeah, he's done a great job, and as long as he's kicking it into the end zone and not letting Williams get into the open field and get some extra yardage, we'll be good on this kickoffs.
Pass out to the flats right by Welsh, and he just misses his man completely.
The 2 pass plays that Welsh has had so far, they're not looking too great. He's overthrowing his receivers. Doesn't seem like he's got the touch that he needs, but see how the Gryphons play it.
Chance Morris was the intended receiver on that play.
Yeah, 2 out for the JCS Eagles.
It's Cole up top. Mm-hmm. And they've been running a lot of motion with these slot receivers here in this flex bone, and the triple option here, they're going to hand it off to the fullback, number 45, Hodges, and they're going to pick up a good game, about 5 there.
Big 3rd down right here. If we can get stopped, just keep our momentum, get the ball back, and see what we can do. It's 3rd and 4 for the JCS Eagles.
Two out left in this flex bone. Welsh under center. They got a fullback in the backfield, and there's going to be a flag on the play.
Looks like a little early movement, possibly on JCS. False start, so we'll put them back 5 more yards and be a 3rd and 9 instead of an easy 3rd and 4.
And that's a tough call for JCS. They were starting to get their offense going. They had a bad possession last time, and I mean they were 3 yards away from another series, and they're really going to shoot themselves in the foot right here, making this a 3rd and 9. Two out left. They're going the triple option again. And that's stuffed by a host of Gryphons. Blake Caruth is the leader of that pack. And just a great play by the defensive line there. And they're going to be doing well all night as this JCS offense is just fitted to run the ball up the middle and really stay away from the passing game.
See how the punter takes it this time. Last time he kind of tried to avoid Matt, so I don't expect him to kick it to him much tonight.
Another low punt there, and Matt Thompson's not going to have any of that. He's going to let them down at the 46-yard line. So the Gryphons are going to take over once again in great field position. And with 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in this first quarter, The Gryphons are up 6-0.
I'm not seeing that high-powered offense that I was expecting from JCS lately, but I don't know if that's thanks to our defense or maybe they just didn't have the competition.
There's going to be a reverse here to Matt Thompson, who's going to have a lot of open space, and